I don't like people trying to stand up for something that they don't know much about. I just had an argument with someone who said that they know more about agriculture than me. Seeing as I've been in agriculture for 6 years now, not to mention I've done my research on certain things, I don't see how someone could think that they could come at me and say that they know better about how people treat the animals or harvest their animals or harvest their products than I do. I just went on Tuesday to the Harris Ranch in Kalinga, California. I seen what they do there. They don't slaughter them there. We're not going to go to the slaughterhouse, I don't think. But I've seen the videos of them slaughtering them, and I understand why they do the way they do. I don't agree with how they do it. I know a lot of people don't. I don't like it. I don't like how they slaughter the animals. But when people see a video on YouTube of someone taking a bulldozer and picking up cows, the cows that are sickly, they take that and they make it all of agriculture, and it's not all of agriculture. What agriculture is everything. What I'm wearing right now, the color of my nail polish, the nail polish itself, food I ate this morning, the hair dye that I used, the plant behind me, the way they built those bricks, the way they built my house, the way they built this music, made this music, built the computer, that all has to do with agriculture. And people don't understand that agriculture is everywhere. Agriculture is not going away, and no matter how much you want to say that you know about agriculture, you know so much that how they slaughter the animals, you watch a video on YouTube and say you're an expert in it, it will go right ahead. Because you're not. I'm not an expert. I know that. But for you guys to come at me and say that you know so much more about me, so much more about this than I do, it's foolish and it's ignorant. You watch a documentary on Netflix that says that people choose to eat animals and kill animals for entertainment and all the other shit. That's not agriculture. That is other people. That is their own way of doing things. It's their own culture. When people say that they know more about how they slaughter them just because of that, pisses me off to the point where I just cannot handle it anymore. You see something happen on a video and assume, just like you assume in public, you see something happen and you assume that person is bad no matter what. You don't know their story. You don't know the story behind the slaughterhouses. And I've probably repeated myself multiple times in this video. I don't fucking care. It pisses me off that people think that they could just attack and think that they know better because they chose to be vegan. You don't know better because you chose to be vegan. You chose to not eat meat products. You chose to not eat animal products in general. That is your choice, and I am glad that you chose that. But for someone to come at me and say that they know more about something than I do, when I'm the one who studied it and I have been there and I have seen in videos of how they really do things, and then they still want to go at me. They still want to say that they know more. Just because they watched a stupid documentary. Out of 3 hours of videotaping, you will see 1 minute of it when something happens. That won't even be the farmer's fault. That won't even be the production line. The cow will slip. And you'll see that as they're being treated poorly. They're not. I can guarantee you that most of the time, they are not being treated poorly. Probably about 10% or so of the ranches in the United States alone probably treat their animals horribly. Now, if you watch this whole video and you are vegan or vegetarian or you animal rights, please go watch Temple Grandin, the video, the movie. It's not a documentary, but it tells you about how someone not only overcame their autism, but also changed the whole production line of cattle. They treat them so much better because of that. And people don't get that. It's changed. It's not the same. We don't go out there and shoot them in the head and let them die like that. It's totally different than what you think. You see one thing and you assume. And that's what's wrong with everyone. You stop assuming and you realize that you're wrong. You realize that there's more truth behind it than you think. Just do your research before attacking someone.